February 28, 2026. In the early hours of the morning, explosions lit up the Iranian skyline. Dozens of coordinated airstrikes carried out by Israel and the United States hit nuclear facilities, missile bases, and command centers across the country. Within hours, Iran responded. Hundreds of drones and ballistic missiles were launched toward Israeli cities. For decades, Iran and Israel fought a shadow war through spies, sabotage, and proxy militias. But that era is over. This is now a direct war between two of the Middle East's most powerful states, and the consequences could reshape the entire region and the global economy. So the real question isn't just who attacked first, it's this: who is actually winning this war? Because the answer depends on far more than just bombs and missiles. On paper, the two militaries look surprisingly close. According to the Global Firepower Index, Israel ranks around 15th in the world, while Iran sits just behind at 16th. But these two countries fight wars in completely different ways. Iran's biggest advantage is scale. With a population near 90 million, it fields more than 600,000 active soldiers compared to Israel's roughly 170,000. Iran also has more tanks, a larger navy, and a huge territory that would be extremely difficult to invade. But Iran's real military weapon is missiles. Over decades, Tehran built one of the largest ballistic missile arsenals in the Middle East, thousands of rockets capable of reaching anywhere in Israel. Its strategy is simple: overwhelm defenses with sheer volume. Israel, on the other hand, relies on technology and precision. Its defense budget, around $24 billion before the war, was more than double Iran's. That funding gives Israel some of the most advanced military systems in the world. Its Air Force operates F-35 stealth fighters, capable of striking targets deep inside Iran. And its layered missile defenses, Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow, intercept many incoming rockets. In recent clashes, this contrast became clear. Iran launched huge waves of missiles and drones, causing real damage, but Israel repeatedly demonstrated its ability to penetrate Iranian air defenses and strike critical targets. So militarily, Israel has the technological edge, but Iran's missile arsenal and manpower give it the ability to wage a long and costly war of attrition, and that's where the fight becomes complicated. Wars aren't just fought with weapons. They're fought with money, and economically the gap between Israel and Iran is massive. Israel has a high-income, globally connected economy. Before the war, its GDP exceeded $600 billion, with per capita income above $50,000. Its economy is also highly diversified. Technology alone makes up nearly 20% of Israel's GDP, earning the country its nickname, the Startup Nation. Israel also has strong trade relationships with the United States and Europe, stable currency markets, and relatively low inflation. Iran's economy looks very different. Although its GDP is around $400 billion, the country has been under heavy international sanctions for decades. Its banking system is largely cut off from global finance. Foreign investment is limited, and inflation has often hovered near 40%. The Iranian currency, the rial, has lost most of its value over the past decade, devastating household savings. To survive sanctions, Iran relies heavily on oil exports sold through unofficial channels, often using a ghost fleet of tankers. But war makes this system fragile. During major fighting, tanker traffic from Iran's main oil terminals has dropped sharply, cutting off millions of dollars in daily revenue. In the long run, that economic pressure becomes extremely dangerous, because wars are ultimately won by the side that can finance the fight the longest. And in that category, Israel holds a significant advantage. But this war doesn't just affect the Middle East, it affects the entire world because of one narrow stretch of water, the Strait of Hormuz. Roughly 20% of the world's seaborne oil passes through this choke point, and Iran sits directly beside it. Whenever tensions rise, Tehran threatens to disrupt shipping in the strait. Even small disruptions can send global oil prices soaring. That means higher fuel costs, rising inflation, and major economic shocks worldwide. The conflict also risks pulling in global superpowers. the United States has already supported Israel militarily and deployed forces to the region. Meanwhile, Iran maintains close ties with Russia and China, which provide diplomatic backing and economic cooperation. If the conflict escalates further, the risk of a broader regional or even global confrontation increases dramatically. So after looking at the military, the economy, the proxy networks, and the global stakes, who is actually winning? The uncomfortable answer is neither side. Israel has clear advantages in technology, air power, and economic strength. It can strike Iranian targets with precision and defend itself with advanced missile systems. But Iran isn't designed to win a conventional war. Its strategy is endurance. Through missiles, geography, and proxy forces, Iran aims to make the conflict long, painful, and expensive. And in wars of attrition, survival itself can be a form of victory, which means this conflict isn't about quick victories. It's about who can withstand the cost of the war the longest. Israel may win the battles, but Iran is built to outlast the war, and that makes the outcome far from certain. This conflict is evolving rapidly, and its consequences could reshape the entire Middle East. If you want more deep geopolitical analysis like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. And now, I want to hear your perspective. Do you think Israel's technological advantage can ultimately defeat Iran's strategy of attrition? Let me know in the comments below.